Fucking hell. At least come in and show your face. Fucking trolls, eh? No arse between the lot of them. I told you before, man. Anybody who comes on like that are cowards.
And then it's
So
like...
you ain't got the balls to come on. You know. Oh God, oh. Get to bed, man. It's too late for you two.
Why are you scared of me?
You're like 16. Get out of it. Absolute cowards. What the hell? What's this all about? No, they got no minerals, Avengers. Idiots, man. I don't know, it's a fucking idiot. So give him a chance. Come on, Cam. Never mind, what, babe?
Hello.
Anis. Anis actor. What does that mean? Anis actor. Zach Knight. Fucking hell. People need to get a life, do you know that?
Oh my God. Hello, bro.
Hello, Gandu.
Yeah.
You are a Gandu.
You are also Gandu plus.
You are a Gandu. You are a Panchut. You are a Marchut.
Pudi ke bacche.
There are many Pudi. There are many Pudi Panchut. Sukma Lula. There ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Can everyone tap a chair, please? Can everyone tap, 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 tap? Oh, God. Get out of it, you! Put some weight on.
You and...
Get out of it. Right, I'm playing some videos now. I can't be bothered. Right, that's it. Ah, yeah, I was going to play this one, wasn't I? Right, guys, this Thursday, I'm doing an interview with this man. You all know who he is, ready? This Thursday at 8:30. Big up, Talia. Thank you for the crabs. Talia gave me crabs, guys, just to let you know.
Why is that then? What's happened?
Well, there's some people in my chat that have said some things and it's concerning me, so I don't want to like...
So what, you believe in what... Hold on a minute before you go.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. How old are you, bruv?
Me?
Yeah.
35.
Right, and you can't make your own mind up. You need other people.
I've made my own.
You've made your own mind up. So you're just looking at me and finding me guilty just looking at me.
Oh,
no, yeah, hold on a minute, bruv. You said your bit. Let me just say my bit. All right, mate, I'm not going to argue with you, right? This is not fair. My ex this is an ex problem, yeah? And she's been lying about stuff.
Can I just say, if you listen to me,
go on.
I don't know anything that's gone on. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know any of it.
Right.
What I do know is, based on what's been said, I'm going to just opt out altogether. I'm not saying you're guilty, but it's nothing to do with, I'm just opting out.
Yeah, but what? I don't understand that. If you're just opting out because you don't want to?
Yeah, I don't want to, I just don't want anything to do with it. So I'm just
so you're a coward then, yeah?
If that's how you want to put it. Then
well, listen, mate, because I was...
Right, guys, I'm going to show you something now. Let me explain something to all you guys in here. Let me speak to you, right? I don't know how many of you are Muslim in my chat. I don't know how many of you are Muslims. But I don't know how many Muslim friends you got. But you know, most Middle Eastern countries, especially, you know what I mean, who obviously worship Islam and obviously Muslims, they obviously go out with marry people a lot younger than them. And this is real, by the way, and I'm not talking about the Prophet Muhammad, you know what I mean, who's supposed to have married a 9-year-old girl. I'm talking about in general, they really, really do, which is wrong, it's not good, but people don't seem to look down on that kind of stuff, except for us being Westerners. We do, because it's disgusting. All right, we don't like it. Now, one thing I will say about this fella, right, I did an exposure on this fucking Demetrius, Okay, and I got told he was a peddler, he was all sorts, you know what I mean? I got told I was going to see documentation. The realism is, and I've done research on this guy, and I've found this guy's got no convictions to do with bloody kids or anything like that. He's got none of that. That's facts. That's real facts, and I know 100%, not 99, 100%. But what he has done is dated women decades younger than himself, like a fucking lot, you know what I mean? Old enough to be the granddad. Do I agree with that? No, I don't. I think he's disgusting. That's my personal prerogative. But does that make him a wrong 'un, or does it make him a criminal in the eyes of the Western world, in the British system? No, it don't. It really don't. It really don't. I don't agree with it. It's not my thing. But I'm telling you now, there's people out there in the fucking 60s, or fucking, if they could get a 20-year-old woman into the bedroom, they'd fucking absolutely love it. They really wouldn't. I'm telling you now, there's a lot of men out there, and you can say, oh no, they wouldn't. I'm telling you now, there's women out there who are marrying 18-year-old Turkish lads, and they're in the 50s. Women, you've got men in the 60s sleeping with 20-year-olds and 22. It's sorry, but it's a part of, it isn't the kind of thing that I would do, or like fucking woman. I don't really think what kind of conversation you're going to have. We wouldn't like it being parents. We wouldn't like it being grandparents. But we fuck all we can do about it. We can't say anything, because soon as that child reaches adolescence, 16, even though they're still a child, in our eyes, they can still do whatever they want. Okay? We might not agree with it, but you can't shoot a man down and say all this stuff about him when it's part of the rules. It's our society. It's what we've fucking agreed to. And let me just show you something out of interest. Let me show you guys. Let me show you something, right? And this is age difference. Now, there was 15 years.
You just gotta keep living, man.
There was 15 years between my nan and my granddad, okay? This is Beyonce and Jay-Z's. There's 12 years between these, but listen, there's 12 years between these two, which I don't think, that's nothing, right? 11 years between these two, absolutely nothing. Then it gets a little bit naughtier. You've got Tom and Heidi, there's 16 years between these pair, 16 years, right? 10 years between them, that's nothing, right? You've got, obviously, Simon Cowell and his missus. There's 18 years between these two. Are you all like Simon Cowell? Then you've got Toby Spider-Man and his girlfriend Mashika, right? There's 30 years between these two. 30 years. Now, Demetrius, who you've seen, is only 10 years older than Toby. He's 60. I thought he was 66. He's not 60. He's 60. He's 10 years older, and his girlfriend's 22. So it's about the same amount of differences between Toby and his girlfriend Mishka. All right? Now, I got told that, I don't know whether it's true or not, I want to get him in the box first day. And this Keisha said he was chatting to him from the age of 16. But they were together for many years, I don't know. He likes the younger women. It's consensual. I don't like it, but what can we say about it? You know what I mean? I'm not sticking up for anyone. I'm just saying he hasn't broke any rules, okay? And you got obviously Jake and his missus, 15 years. You got the likes of Chris and Alba, 16 years. You got the likes of Leonardo DiCaprio and his girlfriend, nearly 30 years. Nearly 30. Look at this one. You got Richard Gere, or Kinnan, and his missus. There's nearly 30 years between them two. 30 years. 20 years between these pair. Okay, now 30 years between Stephen and his boyfriend. Okay, this one here, nearly 40 years here. Dennis Quaid, who I think is a great actor, by the way, and his missus Laura. There's nearly 40 years between these pair. They're 36 years. That's nearly 40 years. That's exactly the same amount as fucking the geezer and his missus. David and Catherine, his missus, you know, they're another nearly fucking, what's here, 40, 35 years, nearly 40 years. And we, look at Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger, his missus is 38 and he's fucking 82. 44 years. That's more than this Demetrius with his girl. Because we're on TikTok, we all ostracise him and shoot him down and call him a wrong one. We don't agree with it. We don't. But the woman he's with is in her 20s. This Keisha was in her 20s. Yeah, I think he got with her when she was 17. And he was in his 50s. I don't agree with it. I think he's great, but it's not illegal. But we're all too quick to call him loads of names, a peddler, when he's got no convictions of that. Bruce Willis and his girlfriend, 23 years. Corey and his missus, 25 years. You know what I mean? These pair, 32 years. Michael Douglas, Catherine Zeta-Jones, nearly 30 years. You know, let me tell you. Natalie and Paul, yet again, 20 years. Jason Statham. How many of you ladies love Jason Statham? How many of you ladies would love to get him into the bedroom and give him a good scene to? Loads of yous, you know what I mean? No, Lindsay. He's with a woman now in her 20s. Okay, he was in his 50s when he got with her. You know what I mean? I don't agree, but it was still the legal age, Lindsay. Okay, so what I'm going to do Thursday, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to get him into the box. All right, I'm going to get him into the box. Do you know he walks into the police station because he was being blackmailed? The man was being blackmailed for money. Makes no Samantha. It's still the legal age of 16 to have intercourse. I'm sorry to say, is 16 in this country. We don't like it. It's not good. I don't agree with it, but it's true. Nobody if an 80-year-old man had intercourse with a 16-year-old child. Well, I call them children. Even though it's disgusting, and I'd be disgusted, and we all would as well, it's still legally consensual. Chickens, you know what I mean? He can't be prosecuted. Do you understand? I have just showed you 44 years between they need to... I agree, Samantha. Raise the age of consent, obviously, but the man hasn't broke any rules. So you can turn around and say, the only thing you can do as a society is say, do you know what? I don't agree with your ethics. I don't agree with your morals. I don't think it's great. That's fine. You don't agree with it, but it's not illegal. You can't be calling him names and shooting him down because it's our system that's made that happen. In some countries, it's a lot fucking younger. Fucking hell, some countries there's 12 and fucking 14. Fucking it's disgusting, but it is. You know, and it's not like he's run off to the Philippines or fucking and got with a young kid. You know what I mean? He hasn't. He's been over him. It's been consensual. All right, like I said, the man dresses like a child. I think he's got some fucking inner child issues. I really do. I think he has. I think he's got some inner child issues. He's like Peter Pan. He don't want to grow up. But does that make him a bad person? Is he not? No, he don't. Like I said, we don't agree with his morals. That's it. He's with a younger woman. She obviously likes him. It's consensual. The woman he's with now is in her 20s. But what I'm going to do is this, right? I'm going to get him in my box this Thursday at 8:30. I'm going to ask him some questions. Right, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to play some of the Keisha videos, right, and then I'm going to get him to come in and defend himself or speak, and then I'm going to open up the boxes for you guys to come in and talk to him, not to criticise and scream and shout. Ask him that question, see what he's got to say. All right, because at the end of the day, he's broken no law. We can. Listen, if he's willing to talk to her, or she's willing to talk to him, I'm more than happy to get him to have a chat. I do not mind. I know it's going to go pear-shaped. I'll be putting the post right there tomorrow. But I think finally we get this guy in the box. One thing he's never had the chance to do is defend himself. And I'm ever sorry to say, and it's not like I said, it ain't me, and it's like there's a lot of men out there, elderly gentlemen, who'd love to get a 20-year-old woman in bed. I'm sorry, but there is, and I don't care. And we might not agree with it. We might think it's morally wrong, but it's legal. I don't agree with it, you know what I'm saying to you? I've got daughters. I know most of you wouldn't agree with it because you've got kids, but we cannot. If your 16-year-old kid or 18-year-old kid come in and said, Dad, Mum, I'm with a 60-year-old man. I like him, I fancy him, and I've been with him. What could you do? What are you going to do? You're going to go around and fill him in. Go and do it then. Go around and fill him in. What happens when you fill him in? You fill him in, you go to prison, you go to court, and she still stays with him anyway. But Samantha, I agree with what you're saying, but I don't agree with it. I'm like you, but it's not against the law. It isn't. Look at Mick Jagger with his missus. There's 44 years difference. There's more difference between him and her than there is this fucking Demetrius and his girlfriend. I think there's like 30 years or 38 years difference, which isn't good, but I'm showing you, look at fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. You like him. His missus is 20. He's fucking 50 odd. You know what I mean? Like, if it's the case, then don't like Mick Jagger, don't like Leonardo DiCaprio, don't like Jason Statham, because there's 20 or 30 years wrong with them. Yeah, but what about, do you like Jason Statham? Do you like Mick Jagger? You know what I mean? You've got to have the same cojones, guys. You've got to have the same morals there. Oh, I don't agree with that then. Don't agree with that. All right, if that's the case, you've got to ostracise some of your favourite musicians or your favourite, you know what I mean, actors or actresses. I don't know, Samantha. I'm just. It depends what age the younger person is when getting with an older person. Yeah, listen. Look, I turned around and said, like I said, I don't really know. Okay, I don't agree with the moral values. You know what I mean? If he was chatting to if he got into a relationship with a 50-year-old, then I'd have it said. But he didn't. All right. 38 is a full adult, 17. And Samantha, I go, look, but you're preaching to the converted. One of my mates is 18 and her partner is 35. This is what I'm saying to you. I can show you a clip now of a video of a girl who's in the Philippines. She's 18 and a fella's 60. And they do TikToks together. They're all over TikTok. They've got a massive account. I forgot the name, but I'll show you tomorrow. All right, so you've got to have the same cojones for them. All right, I think that these two people were together. All right, he obviously cared about her. She obviously cared about him at one time. They earned a lot of money on TikTok, a lot of money. You know what I mean? She decided to go at it alone because she's a lot younger and meet somebody of her own age, which is totally right. He was obviously broken-hearted. He obviously cared a lot about her, do you know what I mean? But he was an old man, do you know what I mean? He's fucking old. Look, you said, what they're really going to have in common? I don't agree with that. But does it make him an horrible person, a bad person, or a wrong? And no, it don't. No, yeah, like I said, Samantha, some people are more mature than the time. Do you know what I mean? You might have an 18-year-old who fucking acts like a 35-year-old, 40-year-old woman. Like I said, I wouldn't get with an 18-year-old. But that's me. That's my moral values. That's me as a person. Does it make it wrong? Could I? Yeah, I could. Does, you know what I mean? Would it make me wrong? No, it wouldn't. But would I do it? No, because it's how my morals and, you know what I mean? I'll just think about that life. But I think what we need to do is give this man a chance. I think we need to get him in the box. And I think without all shooting him down, I think we should go through all the clips, let him have his say. And you can turn around and say, listen, I don't agree with it. That's fine. You can say that because that's your moral values. But you can't call him a wrong 'un. You can't, because he hasn't broke any crime. He hasn't broke any law. And he hasn't. All right? So you can't keep saying stuff to someone when he hasn't broke the laws. He's now got no convictions for chatting to a minor. He's got no convictions for having underage with a child. He hasn't. He's got none of that. The rights, and he hasn't done that. And I know that 100%, not 99.9%. We just do not agree with the age difference. My dad was 47 when he met my mum. She was 17. Well, there you go. Chapeau, Chaz. You know what I mean? If that's the case, mate, then it is what it is. A wrong doesn't mean you have convictions. It means you're doing a wrong. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, Samantha. We don't agree with it morally, but I disagree. Morally, we don't agree with it. You can't call him a wrong 'un. You know what I mean? You can't. We don't agree with it. I don't agree with their moral values as a person. I think, no, it's wrong. All right, but it's like, by British laws, he hasn't broken any laws. I mean, he just waited till she turned 16. That's what he did. Well, it's not good. Only because he wasn't reported. She was 50. I don't think he went with her in the stand. She's even said it, Liz. She came into my live and she said to me in my box and said he didn't go with her when she was 15. She said it herself. Ask her. You know what I mean? So that's a lie. You know what I mean? He didn't. She said it herself as well. It come out of her mouth. All right. Like I said, I don't agree. But like I said, let's get him in the box first and go from there. I'm not defending anyone. I'm just saying as it is. And like I said, I'm showing you all these people with the fucking age gaps and age difference. It isn't good. What else do I want to show you? Oh yeah, I want to show you something else. I need to show you something else. Oh, guys, can you please get your Hartmeys and Populars in, please? Please, if you don't mind. Hartmeys and Populars. Yeah, but I understand, Jojo, what you're saying. Like I said, I'm not defending or no one. I'm just saying I'm just saying how it is. You know what I mean? I'm not defending anyone. I'm just saying how it is and how our society works. I'm afraid. I don't agree with it. Fucking hell, you preach to convert. I'm saying. You're saying you disagree with me, but what do you disagree with me on? Because I said I agree. Thank you, Joan.
I am the hardest man. I'm aware of it. He went. Oh.
Sorry, guys. Let me get playing this. Let's play these first. Aaron Taylor Johnson, wife knew when he was young and married him when he was 18 and she was 40. Yeah, well, that's grooming, isn't it, Samantha? It's grooming, that is. No, I had a cold when I was out there. Samantha, you seem to be asking a lot of questions. Are you getting a little bit sarcastic with me? You've got 5 followers. Are you in here to, like, you know what I mean? So what? You won't last if you want to come here and start being mean and that. You'll be here for 30 seconds. You'll be blocked, like. I've had a cold since I've been there. Anyway. I am going to play these videos, but I want to play these ones first.
I am the hardest man in the UK. There's not one man that to any type of skill level I'll smash your face in, yeah? Bare knuckle fight, I was just chatting shit, and in the end, I'm like, I'm the hardest, double R, triple R. I'm fucking so hard, yeah? And then everyone took that so serious, like even like big fighters, yeah? Coming for me, what? I'll fight you, I'll fight you. And even every event I go to a lot of boxing events. Most of them love me, but there's a lot of people, you think you're hard, yeah? But I'm like, are you being serious? You think because obviously now, I've knocked it down, because obviously it was getting me a lot of trouble. I can't lie, there was a lot of serious fellas that wanted to do me, do you know what I mean?
Does any of you know who Big Stacks is, guys? Because obviously there's a lot about him lately all over TikTok. And he's been saying a lot. I don't know if you all know who Big Stacks is. Do you know? Well, this guy, you know what I mean? I think he's from Essex way. He literally is a big fella. And he's come on and said he's the hardest man on in the UK, the hardest man on TikTok, etc., etc., etc. And then obviously people are calling him out left, right and centre. But what I want to do say about people like him, right, you know what I'm saying? You know, there's no animosity towards this fella because he knows a mutual friend of mine and he's a nice fella. I've known him since I was younger. But what he's done there is he's called out the alpha males. He's turned around and said, yeah, I'm the hardest man around, I'm gonna do that. But to him it's a joke, it's a bit of rage baiting, but to the fuckers in the alpha world, you know what I mean, they're all gonna want a piece of him. Exactly. They're gonna want a piece of him. Now you're gonna get people, right, who can have a fucking fight, who've seen him and they're going to want his clout because he's got clout now at the moment. He's you know what I mean, everyone knows who Big Stacks is. He's doing all this and he's going to get approached by people, and what's going to happen is he's going to get himself into altercations. No matter what he said, he's already did it. It's too late. He's a big fella and somebody always wants to take out the big guy. It is, mate, you know, it's when especially the younger fellas, there's a point to prove now, oh, this fucking Big Stacks, wait until I see him. And you know, and he shouldn't have done it like that because he's rage baited people. He should have got in the ring first and showed people what he's about. You know what I mean? Can this man fight? I don't know. I just think he's a big lump. I think if he grabbed hold of you, do you know what I mean? I think you'd have a problem, do you know what I mean? Probably a strong fella, goes to the gym, probably lifts a lot. But I've never seen him throw a shot. I don't know his agilities. Can he move? Can he box? Can he fight? Can he kick? Does he do MMA? What's his background? Is he a street fighter? Because now all of a sudden he wants to fight Ben Knights. Ben Knights called him out, but let's just play this.
But now come on, man, I wasn't going to do that forever. You can't just go along like you are. Because a lot of people, it's a niche, yeah? A lot of people has stated, I'm not, and they're fucking nerds. Where I actually probably look quite hard, I'm a big lump. He actually thought it's serious. That's why he said because he's had so much phone calls from serious men saying, who the fuck is this little cunt, yeah? And he's like,
yeah, guys, can I get some more crabs, please? Right, I'm not doing anything till I get 10 more crabs. Frank, I fucking swear to God, I've been gifted hardly anything tonight. You lot, I swear, I don't know what goes on with you. I don't know if half of you's coming and hate me and just think, you know, I'm not dry. The crabs are like £2 each and the love paintings are 99. So can I please get 10 more crabs, please? I reckon it. I'm gonna play that video in a second, half man, half pint, and we'll see where we go from there. I'll tell you my thoughts. You know what I mean? I'll tell you my thoughts. What's this song? I feel look. Oh yeah, I like this song. I like this song. Right, I'm not doing anything till I get 10 more crabs. What the hell is this?